Yo, wait, hold on. This is different. Why does the title screen look like this? Well, this is an awkward way to start off the episode. Hello, my fellow nerds out there. This is Orko Richie, and welcome back to our Wonderland. We're in the middle of Arc 2, I believe. And I just started up the game. I didn't even know that the touchscreen would look different depending on the arc you're on. That is very interesting. But anyways, where we last left off, we finished through Arc 1, I guess? Oh man, honestly, I don't know why I feel so tired. I gotta start drinking coffee or something like that. Anyways, we're here in Arc 2 of our Wonderland. It is currently 11:55 a.m. I know I don't usually record this. I usually don't record this late. At least I don't think I do. I don't remember. Anyways, we're here. We're gonna continue the story. So we're thinking about which one will be funnier. So we're gonna go ahead and say, at least take me out to dinner first. Not to let myself lose in this battle of snark, I spit out the best retort I can come up with on the spot. You know, you could at least take me out to dinner first before throwing yourself at me. Genzo blinks. I see his pupils suddenly dilate. Then he jerks his hands away as though he just touched a hot poker. He sits back with a cough. Jokes are as bad as always, I see, he says with a laugh. Hey, you wouldn't have me be any other way, am I right or am I right? I follow up, doing my best impersonation of him that I can. I give his shoulder a playful pinch. Yeah. Genzo just rubs the back of his neck, his eyes somewhat strained. He looks away, turning his attention back to the room. Then laughs. Damn, all these memories though. He pushes himself to his feet. Remember the first time? We had no idea how to get back, so we all just piled onto the bed because we were so fucking exhausted. I throw a glance at the bed. A question before swallowing suit. It looks so small now. Back then, it had fit all 5 of us. Well, mostly. Pretty sure I kicked Dorlum off. It's true though. The more I look around, the more it comes back. Starting out as nothing more than a flickering images. Then, like snowballs, rolling themselves into a full-fledged memories. The 5 of us huddled together beneath the blankets, then tired and scared and unsure how we were going to get home. Only to wake up the next morning back in our own beds as though nothing happened. And then later that day, we'd all had been too scared to say a thing, just sitting there, picking at our food, sound as the grave at lunch. Until Genzo had popped the question we'd all been waiting for, and it had been like the floodgates that had gone off. All of us laughing, recounting our adventures, excitedly planning when to go back again. The thought of it brings a smile to my face, and I let my thumb trace over the rounded curve of the bottom bedpost. Do you think the rest of those fuckers are here then? Giza says it so softly, I'm not even sure if he's talking to me at first. I turn away from the bed and I find him investigating the kettle. He pokes it with his finger, then immediately pulls it away with a wince, bringing the tip of his finger to his mouth. I don't know, but somehow it feels like... Before I can finish my aimless thoughts, the sound of footsteps cuts me off. Heavy march like again and again, steady and methodical. Oh no, it's the rabbit guards again. Please tell me they're not as crazy as last time. Throw a glance again so both of us look out the window. We squeeze our heads... Oh god, why am I so tired, man? We squeeze our heads inside the rounded frame, eyes seeking out the source of the sound. But even as I'm crouched waiting, a trickle of dread begins to run my bowels. Almost like I'm watching a scary movie, I know there's a scare coming. I lick my lips, tie my fingers around the sill, and then they come. 2 by 2, they round the corner. Crisp and methodical. Spears swinging in sync. Harry Genzo's breath pitched next to me. Then neither of us said a word. Sounds like we're both expecting this. Oh, yep, he's as crazy and feral as ever. The rabbit in the lead comes up to an abrupt halt. His ears standing straight up, like lightning rods, but leading a storm. His nose twitches once, twice, 3 times. He spins around. The rabbits behind him jump into gawkish salutes. I'm trying to get his building. I can feel myself starting to sweat. Where is he? Where is he? The high-pitched squawk rattles the window pane. I bring my hands up to my ears on instinct. No, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. The other rabbits seem confused. They remain quiet, simply retching their heads back and forth in search of some unknown entity. Sentry 218, you overgrown rodents! This prompts an about-face from the soldiers of the battalion who quickly spin on their heels to face a single rabbit at the back, the only one without a partner. The rabbit in question punches and steps back. Thud, thud, thud. Each impact of the lead rabbit's boots on the hard earth makes the walls of our small cottage shake as he storms to the back of the rank. His neck towards screeched less than an inch from the lone soldier's fidgeting nose. I thought I told you to keep that buck in line, sentry. A pause. He grabs the other rabbit by the ears, half yanking out of the skull in order to read what's some sort of metal tag affixed to the mangled cartilage. 104! He lets go of the ear, and 104's head jolts backwards. Tell me, where is 218? It's at this point that I pull away from the window. Oh, we get a different scene! I slam it back to the wall. I don't want to watch this. I know what's going to happen. He does remember! I don't know how I know. I somehow just know. You okay, Iggs? I'm fine. Except I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain it. That overwhelming sense of dread currently paralyzing my body. Genzo watches me for a second, not saying anything. He then turns his gaze to the window. I see him wince, twitch. And when his eyes start to bug out of his head, I quickly twist away. Hands tight around my ears, I stare at the far wall. I stare at the pattern of the bed sheets. I try to summon a mental image again. Of all of us in the bed, cozy, warm. Someone's tucking us in, reading us a story, kissing our heads. In my head, I glance and see a pair of long, droopy ears. Fuck. It shows me back to reality of the rabbit outside. I glance up again so his face is completely white. Jesus. I wait another second. Then, are they gone? Yeah, they're leaving. I let out the breath I hadn't even realized I'd been holding a slump away from the wall. Good call looking away, Iggs. I'm definitely going to have to see a therapist about what I just saw in 4 or 5 years. What happened down here? I finally managed. Something wasn't supposed to. That's for sure. He throws another glance in the window. We're really going out there then? I sigh. I run a hand through my hair. I mean, do we really have a choice at this point? All this feels like I bring up my hand wistfully. Like everything's made up and the points don't matter. She gets a dirty look. Hey, my life is basically an improvised tragic comedy already. How much worse can it get? Boy, you have no idea. I don't respond. But something churning in my gut tells me it's about to get worse. A lot worse. God damn. The two of us look down at the dead body of Sentry 104. I've got one hand over my mouth. I'm trying my best not to gag. That was one hell of a nasty wallop. Genzo grimaces. Pause. Real clunker. I mean, that really must have hurt. Just look at the way his brain is going in between the cracks of his skull. Genzo, your commentary is not appreciated. Let's be honest, when is it ever? I ignore him and glance. Instead, at our surroundings, my stomach still turning flip-flops. There's no sign of the battalion now. They disappeared somewhere amongst the trees further down the left path. Not that the right feels any more promising. I follow my gaze as it winds around a pair of crooked trees before disappearing behind an upraised mound of meadow grass. Genzo tugs his cap over the back of his tousled hair. Which way then? I would suggest we don't follow the homicidal rabbits, but that's just me, Ginzo muses. Yeah, both paths are still and empty, and for the life of me, I can't form a clear mental image of what's down them either. My memories are too scattered and vague. Oh! So wait, is this a way that we can, like, take, like, a different route? So that just makes saving the game not worth it. I don't remember. Did we go left last time? Wait, no, left was where the rabbits were going, right? I'm guessing we... Oh, dude, I really want to follow the rabbits, but... Wasn't left the correct way? Well, he said the left path was where the rabbits went down, right? So... I don't remember. I literally just forgot. Let's go left. We'll go left, man. Wait, that's the direction they just went. Oh, okay. So it was right that we went to last time. Okay, wait. Oh! I can actually go forward and stuff. Okay, so wait. Right was the correct path. Because I kind of want to save at this moment so that... That's the way they just went. He points to the left, then the right, then crosses his fingers to it with bemused raise over his brow. I scratch the back of my neck. I mean, you know, to always keep them in our sight. Besides, there might be more of these battalions. Don't you think it would be better to go the same direction instead of patrol? That's actually a pretty good idea. Like, as long as you're not seen. Ginzo opens his mouth, closes it. I mean, sure, I suppose. Then it's settled. Yeah, sure. But his face betrays his verbal agreement. We start off to the left, perusing the road we'd seen the battalion disappear down earlier. The landscape is open first, giving view to loping hills and far-off flower fields. But soon the trees grow thicker and the path winds first left, then right, then surrounding scenery disappears from sight. It's darker now. The leaves form a reddish-pink wall around us. It's quiet, too. No breeze. No insects. No birds. Everything is weirdly still. Are you starting to feel really weird, or is it just me? Ginzo hisses, his voice no more than a whisper. Something does feel just a bit off, I reply as I glance around. It's then that I see it. Just up ahead, the battalion is stopped in the middle of the path. Ginzo quickly yanks the back of my shirt, pulling me off the trees with a hissed curse. But whether it was fast enough or not is yet to be determined. I see ears in the lead rabbit twitch left and then right. He turns around with a sharp jerk. Looks from rabbit to rabbit. His entire head twitches. There's someone here! Oh shit. Curse rabbits and their absolutely amazing hearing. His eyes dilate, then undilate. He blinks, twitches his nose. I could smell them. Someone, sir? The left rabbit in the frontmost pair asks hesitantly. Yes! Lee Rabbit wedges his gaze towards the underling, sending spittle and snot flying across the battalion. You question my olfactory perception? No, sir. Of course not, sir. Billy Rabbit skulks forward as the other rabbits dart out of the way. Rolled just from the gooey waddle of fur beneath his chin. At first, his route seems meandering. A bit to the left, a bit to the right. The other rabbits jumping back each time he changes direction. Soon, however, his destination seems all too clear. He's coming towards us! Ginzo, I whisper with a sharp breath. Ginzo's gripping my shirt tightens. Come on! He tugs me back further into the trees and towards the patch of brush. What we don't anticipate, however, is the sudden slope of the earth. Ginzo goes first, his feet sliding out from beneath him, and before he even has a chance to think about letting go of me, he takes me with him. We go tumbling down into the leaves and twigs of a flurry of snips and snaps. Genzo's back slams through a trunk of a white oak. I follow a beat behind, getting the breath stolen from me from my diaphragm as it collides with his chest. My head reels. My chin, something hit my chin, my knee. I can taste blood in my mouth. Oh no. I bring my hand. Whoops. I bring a hand to my forehead with a groan. I finally wrench my eyes open. Oh god. Only see Genzo looking at me in sheer terror. No, not at me. Past me. Turn around. Oh shit! I see a lead rabbit mere inches from my head. My heart leaps out of my chest and I scramble back against Genzo in an effort to put any distance I can between myself and those yellow eyes. Found you! The rabbit smiles through his crooked teeth. I don't register what happens after that. 1 second his breath is coming down on my hot face and neck, and the next... Oh god! There's a hole in my stomach. I cough, sputter. I blink in disbelief. The spear is through me. Another cough. This time blood bubbles up between my lips, forming a shuddering ballad of spattered inky redness across the cheeks and my nose pops. Genzo? I croak. But Genzo's silent behind me. A strange warm feeling swirling around me, swirling up through me. Oh shit, we died, didn't we? Blood pumps out from the punctured skin of my stomach across the handle of the spear, coating my fingers and spilling onto the ground. My vision warps. Through the darkened blood, I can see the rabbit reach down, yellow eyes like the headlights of a car in the fog. He grabs my face and cheeks, claws curling in my skin. We'll be eating well tonight. Then everything goes black. Okay, yep, that was obviously a bad idea. Alright, let's go ahead and load back. Alright, so let's go. Isn't it right? We'll go right then. An excellent choice, Mon Captain. Yep, not dying again. Not dying this time. The tall clusters of fiery red port directs us to the left and right like waters in a canyon. As well as the sky glitters a sunny orange. I should say, this is basically the same stuff that we saw before. I forgot to ask. What did you wish for? I blink. Frown. My thoughts go back to that voice. That feeling of emptiness I felt through a hole. And the confusion. Fear? Fear? What am I afraid of? Nothing, I finally say. Oh, we don't even get a choice at this part? Huh. Nothing. I look away, forced a shrug. Guess I couldn't think of anything. Damn, guess you've got it made, huh? I don't respond. I chew the inside of my cheek and glance over at Genzo. I still haven't gotten used to seeing him without his sunglasses, walking like that, looking at me. A part of me is nervous about it. Nervous about what it could do to him, having to go back to reality after this. Nervous that he might actually want to stay here somehow. I don't know. Can't possibly feel like it feels like he's feeling right now. So I have no idea what's going on in his head. Then another part of me feels happy? Being able to look into his eyes, knowing that he sees me. Why would that make me happy? I don't know. What, then he sees what I look like now and I don't go running for the hills? Didn't start treating me differently? Still smiles at me? Somehow that smile, it's like that little squeeze that he gave my shoulder only the day before. Warm and reassuring. Non-judgmental. We are on the corner, and this time the path opens to a small clearing. The outcropping of rocks overlooks a small pond on the other end. From its peak flows a miniature waterfall, light reflecting off a steady drizzle. I didn't take a step forward towards the pond, only to gasp and step back. Wait a minute, this exact pond. I know this pond. Fuck, it's happening again. What is it, Eggs? It's when I see it. The rabbit soldier turning around the corner. Fuck. I take a step backwards, then another. I quickly twist my heels and slam straight into Genzo. For one fleeting moment, he somehow keeps his balance. Then his feet twist beneath him. He goes down. The sound of him hitting the ground sends the rabbit steer skyward. His head jerks in our direction. Who's there? The spear is already at the ready. Shit. Genzo scrambles back to his feet. I'm sorry, I sputter with a flustered wave of my hands. You're apologizing now? With the murder rabbit breathing down our necks? He's got a point. I turn to see the rabbit staring at us, straight at us. I swear I see the tip of his spear glint. Genzo grabs my arm and pulls me behind him. The rabbit cocks his head first to the left, then the right. His eye twitches, then widens. You're the fellow the king told us to watch out for. He chuckles, laughs, licks his lips. I'll get a promotion for sure if I bring you in. Fresh meat for weeks, no more of that slop. He readjusts his grip on his spear. Then charges. Iggy, run! I hear Genzo yell a second before his hand finds my shoulder and pushes me away. But even as I stumble backwards, I don't miss the rabbit making a beeline towards Genzo. He's headed straight for him, spear out front and glinting in the piebald light filtering in through the trees. Fuck. Push Genzo out of the way, run. Oh my god, we actually got a choice. Holy shit. If we run, then Genzo dies. If we save him, we die. I feel like that's probably what's gonna happen. I just have that feeling, a gut feeling that's gonna happen. Shoot. What do we do? Okay, save, and, okay, we might get in their death scene, but push him out of the way. There's no way I'm just leaving him here. I dig my heels into the ground, take my step backwards motion, and redirect myself forward. I only have a second. 1 second. I go careening towards him with everything I have, hands outstretched. I only just make out him turning towards me in surprise before my palms hit his shoulder. There's barely audible oomph. Then he goes rocking backwards, half stumbling to the ground. I'm allowed a half second of victory. Then with the gut-jolting rip, the rabbit spear goes into the side of me and out the other. Oh shit! Yep, I had a feeling we were gonna die. The head spear sticks out somewhere by my left kidney, dripping bits of goo and tissue onto the ground. Genzo. He's just standing there, staring at me. His face has gone white. Iggy? He brings a shaky hand up, eyes trembling into their sockets. All to my side, the rabbit snorts. You're not the one I wanted! Then he swings his spear hard. The momentum sends me flying off the end, whirling and spinning until I land with a crack against the side of a tree. My glasses bouncing off my nose. I sink to the ground. Oh, God. There's a puddle forming around me. Thick, gooey one. Blood leaking out from both sides like a double-ended faucet. I hear a shout. Genzo sounds mad. Madder than I've ever heard him before, but I can't turn to look. Can't move anything. All I do is lie there shivering in my own soup. Sorry, Genzo. I'll do better next time. So wait, is he aware of the time loops and loading and stuff? Unfortunately, you were kebabbed. But you'll do better next time. Last choice. Good choice. Okay, so this time we run. Okay, so run instead. I bring my hands to my head, fingers shaking. No. I've got to run. Run! Giving myself another moment to second guess myself, I twist on my heels. Making it about 5 flying leaps away before I glance back in time to see Genzo narrowly avoiding being skewed by the rabbit's spear. The rabbit goes careening past him, plunging the head of the spear into a tree instead. Thank fucking God. Just as I turn back to look where I'm going, I gracefully trip over a stone in the middle of the path and hit the dirt. But I don't have the chance to finish my self-deprecating thought. Because in the next moment, Genzo has me by the collar and yanking me back to my feet with a hairy puff. You choose now to be a clumsy-ass motherfucker? I stumble after him, weaving a few wide curves before falling in a step behind him. I didn't choose the clumsy life. The clumsy life chose me. I say between my choked breaths. I see Genzo shake his head in amused disbelief. We go flying down the path away from the dense outcropping of the trees, out along the slowly gurgling river. Just about to turn back to the side of her rabbit friend when Genzo goes skidding to a halt next to me. Fall asleep, my eyes go 10 times the size of my head. Ground is no longer, well, ground. Soft, lumpy, and pink. Oh god, it's the tongue again. The tongue? It's connected to the largest eyeball I've ever seen in my fucking life. Jesus Christ. It's round and wedged, sitting in the side of the cliff face as if the room perched atop a throne. At our approach, its oversized pupil swivels to an almost inaudible rumble straight at us. What the actual fuck? I don't... I'd been about to say I don't remember that thing being here before, but my head's so jumbled at this point I can't say for sure what I remember and what I don't. So instead I just gulp and look up at the thing, and a burgeoning sense of nausea turning my bowels to a stone soup. I take back every moment of my previous years while I wish I could get some tongue. Oh. I quickly scan our surroundings, looking first at the steep rocks to our left, then the river on our right. Just as I'm studying the intricacies of the water pattern, I feel a tug on the hem of my shirt. It snaps, and eyes refocus themselves. Oh, I think I know what it is. Yep, it's that little bastard. What the hell is that thing? Genzo comes up behind me as I just recovered enough to ponder the same question myself. It's small, only coming up to my knees. A red, bright red, almost like a tomato. You want something, little guy? I ask as I pop a squat. It warbles something incomprehensible, when it waggles its tentacle-like arms off to the right. I turn my gaze in the direction it's pointing and see a neat wooden bridge stretched across the width of the river. Bridge? My brows furrow. Wait a minute. Bridge. Why is the word bridge sticking out like a sore thumb in the deep recesses of my mind? Oh no, it's because I died like that earlier. Oh god. Nope, we're not trusting it. It must be in Genzo's too. Something's not sitting right with me about this eggs. The creature continues juggling its arms happily. It certainly seems like it wants to help us, but Genzo's right, something feels off. Really off. In fact, the more I think about it, the more the feeling grows. Tiny prickles like teeth sink into my skin, are running up and down my arms and neck. There you are! I spin around. I only see the rabbit at the end of the path, spirit pointed right at us. Can I just say I really like this music? Like, it reminds me of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for some reason. I don't know why. Like, it's like a little chase theme. My heart promptly drops to my stomach. Fuck, there's a big step backwards. Even our tiny acquaintance moves down towards the mouth of fear. Now I see the rabbits rearing up for a charge. I have to make a choice now, except that I'm not given a chance, because in that instant Genzo grabs my wrist and begins tugging me towards the tongue. What are you doing? Sorry, but we're not going with that thing. I just have a really, really bad feeling about it. Honestly, I agree. I don't resist. He's got a point after all. Clamber on top of it just as the sound of his racing footsteps fills the air behind us. Immediately, I roll forward to escape the edge of the rabbit's potential grip, flopping down atop the porous mass. Once Genzo is safe next to me, I throw a glance to see the rabbit glaring at us angrily from the solid ground. He's not following us, I muse. Genzo's eyes are in warily. I mean, I certainly wouldn't follow us if I were him. I push myself shakily at my feet, trying to take a step. I promptly slip and fall face first through a pink pulp. Next to me, Genzo is crawling on all fours, his face betraying his disgust. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my life. He pauses, raises a finger in the air. Scratch that second most disgusting thing. I shakily rise up to my hands, fingers sinking into the tongue's flesh. Why do I feel like I don't even want to know? Wait, I wince and follow after him, saliva quickly saturating the knees of my jeans. It's slow going. I keep my eyes trained forward as I crawl, try not to look at or think about the viscosity seeping up beneath the fingertips. Okay, this is the same dialogue we've read before. Oh god. Genzo? I attempt to call towards him, vertical mountain. The fuck? The growing hillock takes us up, 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 higher and higher. Or we're just suddenly shifting gears and rolling like a wave. Oh, God. And only once it slows to a stop. My body slides limply down to the side of... I do notice... No, do I notice how... Do you notice... I notice how close we are to all-seeing eye? Genzo glides down next to me. Neither of us makes a sound. As the warbling pupil of eye dilates, focuses, and stares straight through us. I see tiny twitches of movement, just ever so slight, jumping back and forth between us. Oh god, it's the same scene as before. It slaps down atop Genzo, seeking the safety, seeking out that one feeling that could possibly calm the panic rising up in the back of my throat. I catch Genzo shooting me a look of unsure bewilderment as my fingers dig into his knuckles. Before ears get hit, a sudden shadow overtakes us. Oh, yep, it's the same scene as before. Ugh, I really don't like those sounds. It's very disturbing. I can't breathe. I can't see. Hands so tight around Genzo's now. I can feel it shaking. As when Genzo's hand moves, it twists away out of grip for a moment and freezes with cold dread. Then twists back, repositioning itself due to sticky sliminess of saliva, so that it can take my hand properly, fingers intertwining with my own. My dread melts away, and the panic twisting in my shoulders into knots uncoils itself. I'm breathing properly again, even though the mucus like muck. Even through the wriggling leech stuck in my cheeks and forehead, I focus only on his hand. Finally, it pulls away, leaving me looking like I've just been frisked by a slug. Peer over the blurry lens of my glasses at Genzo, who looks similarly depredated. If I never have to experience that again, it'll be too soon. But no sooner has Genzo's smart retort lifts its mouth than the giant watery pupil of our captor moves. It whirls back, pulling a full circle and returning to its previous position. Oh, it's the multiple eyes again. Oh, it's so weird. And here comes the big jaws. Yep! Oh, I always wanted it to be appetizing, but not like this! Genzo screams as the creature shrieks again. Behind us, the tip of the tongue has uncurled itself. And now the entire tongue is rising, tilting, forming one monstrous slide of doom that ends straight into the nightmare's mouth. I scramble in motion, but the higher the tongue tilts, the further I slip. Iggy! But what appears to be a screwdriver. I never leave the workshop without it. Genzo, is this really the time for... Okay, grab onto me. I don't have to be told twice. Oh! Ho, ho, ho. Focus on Genzo. I close my eyes, clenching as tightly as I can, trying to block everything else out. Everything but the feeling of warmth beneath my arms and against my cheek. Above me, Genzo is clenching desperately the handle of the screwdriver, just jaw taut and muscles tight. Another roar from down below. It's getting really angry now. The tongue bucks and thrashes. Somehow I can't make up on Genzo. Somehow Genzo keeps gripping the screwdriver. Before it melts into a whale. Oh Jesus, that's not familiar at all. It clenches around my ankle and snaps, jerking down a few good inches into his waist. I let out a squawk of surprise and tighten my grip. It's another tongue. Oh god, he didn't have another tongue before, did he? This one long and thin, but still very much porous and pink. Curl itself around my leg, cutting up the circulation of my foot. This hasn't happened before. How could this happen before? I shake my head, and shake my legs, but its grip remains strong and gives another tug. Even as I squeeze my arms around Genzo, I can feel myself slip another inch downward. Genzo! I see him readjust the grip on the screwdriver, his fingers shaking. Another tug, harder this time. I slip down past around Genzo's knees by this point. This keeps up, I can pull down the boat, unless try to kick it off, let go. I am not letting go of Genzo. Alright, I have to try to kick it off. Like that, like come on. Survival instinct, if something grabs your leg, you're gonna try to kick it or rip it off. Like it's just the most obvious thing to do. Okay, I do want to see another death scene, but I'm gonna try to kick it off. Try to kick it off. My gut instinct is get the thing off of me, no matter what it takes. I reel my leg back and kick with all momentum I can muster. I managed to liberate my foot for all of 1 second. Then the tongue loses itself back around my ankle. In one with snake-like motion, it gives a yank that sends me down against those shoes. Iggy! Genzo's eyes have gone wider with fear. I try to strengthen my grip to hold myself to his legs, but my arms are already starting to shake, and that thing is coiling even higher around my calf. Shit. That's all I can do to keep myself flying straight off. I clench my eyes shut and bite down my tongue, keeping my focus on the arm lock that I have on Genzo's leg. Another tug. It's got my whole leg now, giving it a better grip. I throw a helpless glance up at Genzo. Just hold on, eggs, I hear his voice crack. Another tug. His face goes white. Before I have a chance to wonder why, I notice that his arms are no longer gripping his ankles. I've slipped. My stomach flips. I throw towards my throat as the pink flesh of the tongue below looms suddenly closer. With a whip like a fixie, a miniature tongue gripping my leg jerks me back and toward the open maw of the eye, like a frog catching a fly. It all happens so fast. 1 second I'm looking at the golden glow sky, the next the world goes dark. I slam down part of the spongy surface, the impact knocking the breath out of rattling my vision. I feel myself sliding. Panic goes inside my chest. I throw my arms in it and stop the descent. I see a glimmer of freedom up ahead past his jaws, but it's growing smaller and fainter. I claw desperately. Fingers grappling, feet digging, and for a moment I actually start to move forward. And something shoots up from behind me and latches to my arm. It's another one of those tentacle-like tongues. It's followed by another and another. One wraps around my leg, around my waist, around my neck. Oh shit! I retch, struggling to grip around the throat. Even as I try to push forward, it's all over me now. A sticky goop that coats my eyes and mouth and slips between my fingers. Down further and further. The light's growing smaller. I can't do anything about it. Genzo! My mind gives off one last futile cry for help. Oh shit. Wait, did we die? Oh god, are we in the beast's stomach? Floating. Weightless. Water. I can hear water. Am I dead? The air feels heavy around me. Heavy and moist. That smell. Like charred fat. It's horrible. It's filling up inside my nasal cavity and coating my brain. I move my hand and I hear a water splash. I'm in the water? I open my eyes. I can't see anything. Not much anyhow. It's dark and hot and the water is sizzling against my hair and my arm. Where am I? I try not to move, and the ground jiggles beneath my feet. I glide through the water. Hello? I managed to eke. I rub my eyes. My glasses are gone. I must have lost them at some point. I pull my fingers away. My eyes start to burn. I drift forward. I can make out the shape in front of me. But when I reach out, it's not what I expect. I reel back in surprise. A rabbit? Only it's not moving. It's half submerged in the water. He's just drooping his head. I'm in the thing's stomach. I can already tell. Dissolved. I glance down at the water. Cups over in my hand. That's not water. My palm tingles, singes, stings the longer I hold it. Acid! I throw another glance around and see more looming. Stomach acid. No. I throw my arms around, stumble forward, splashing and sloshing. No. I need to get out, but there's nowhere to go. Thick fleshy walls tower above me on all sides. All I can do is stare up at the hole far above me. Oh shit. shit. Oh, it ate one of those tomato one of those weird tomato creatures. Oh no. More stings. My skin is tingling. I can feel the acid slowly chewing away at the fabric of my pants and shirt, nibbling at my exposed skin and my arms. It's agonizingly slow. Pecking, picking, nibbling at tiny little bites. It's going to be a long, long time until I die. I'm going to feel each and every bit of it. My drops of sudden gasp escapes my lips. Close my eyes and let myself sink into the soup. So, kicking it was not the best idea? Fortunately, you were digested. But at least you had some company during the long wait. Last choice. Okay. So... Okay, so let go instead? Like, am I crazy? Am I gonna die either way? Let go instead. It's futile. There's nothing I can do. Nothing that can get me out of this. I know it. But I can still save Genzo. He can make it out of this. Find Bugs. Figure out what's going on. Fix all of this. But me? When have I ever been able to do anything? I let myself slip under a few inches from Genzo's legs, my grip loosening. I'm the one that started all this anyways. I was the one that had us open the door. I'm the one that let things get this bad between us. I squeeze my eyes shut. Another tug of my leg pulls me down to Genzo's feet. I use myself as a distraction. Make that thing devote all its attention to me. I think Genzo should definitely be able to get away. I bite down my lip and suck in my breath. One more tug, then out. A hand on my shoulder jolts me back to reality. And I shoot a gaze skyward and see Genzo glaring down at me, his fingers clenched in the fabric of my shirt. Don't you fucking dare! I blink, eyes wide. Don't you dare give me that look. I know what you're thinking. But Genzo, we're getting out of this together! The crackle of his voice stops me in my tracks. And this time when the tongue yanks down on my ankle, I squeeze myself against Genzo's calves, jaw clenched. Genzo's hand shoots back to the screwdriver that's keeping us from flying off. He grunts, looks at the screwdriver, to the tongue, to me. Finally, can you reach my pocket? I'm not sure I want to try taking my hand off again. I can try. I went and began trying to pull myself back up. Now I must not like this because the tongue around my ankle is the strongest tug yet, yanking me all the way down to Genzo's shoes. Shit. Genzo's eyes nearly bug out of their sockets. Just hold on, okay? He grits his teeth. I see him take a deep breath before grabbing into his pocket. His hand comes back out holding a lighter. How about a little tongue flambe? He says with a grin, far too amused for our current situation. One flick, two flicks, he gets the flame dancing, then holds it against the point of the screwdriver, piercing his pink flesh. It takes about 5 seconds for the eye to react. There's a roar from beneath us. Then the grip of my ankle finally loosens and pulls away as a larger tongue beneath us bucks and bobs. Another roar, pain this time. I can practically see the surface of the tongue writhing and curling away from the flame. That's why I wonder how much longer we can stand it. The muscle begins to grow taut. In one whip-like movement, the tongue reels back. Then chucks us forward. We go flying like rocks in a slingshot. First a few feet over the ground, then slamming into the dirt, rolling, 5 feet, 10 feet, 20. But finally, unceremoniously, slapping onto the pebble-strewn pathway. Oh, we're back here again. Twin puddles of saliva turn the ground dark beneath us. My head is still spinning. I'm not even sure if I'm still conscious at first. I open first one eye, then the next. With that groan that's half agony, half disgust, I push myself up in my palms. Thick, clammy strings of goo stretch between the skin and puddle below. Genzo rolls over. His cheeks are painted with glossy drool. Hey, Eggs. If I ever ask how much worse could it get again, please just stab me. Stab me right in the face. he says before hacking a gallon of saliva into the ground. Ugh. I rub my face until it's raw. I feel disgusting, dirty, like I'll never be clean again. Like I got my saliva seeping into the crevices I don't even know I had. We're in the shoals of the river, up to our knees in the water, rinsing our hair, our clothes, our mouths. Genzo's taking off his jacket and is kneeing it atop his knee like a washboard. His hair sticks up in errant wet tufts that shudder with each jerk of his shoulder. I watch him for a few seconds. If we weren't in a horrific Wonderland, currently fighting for our lives just to survive, the sight might almost have been picturesque. Like the two of us were on a trip together, hiking or camping or something. I thought of Genzo trying to pitch a tent nearly summons a laugh from my lungs. Yeah, just the two of us. That'd be nice. I blink. Of course that'd be nice. Anything besides what we're currently doing would be nice right about now. Genzo sees me looking and shoots me a wave, nearly dropping his jacket back into the water in the process. I wave back, feeling somewhat awkward. Then began limping back over to the grass. This whole thing has got my head all weird. So, Genzo claps his hands together once he makes it back to the bank. Now that we've almost died about 50 times, are we allowed to go back? He shrugs his jacket back on before pulling his cap over his curls. Not that I don't share your sentiment, but we've literally done nothing. I haven't even found anyone else yet. I was afraid you'd say something like that. Nevertheless, I, Genzo Ichihara, shall stay by your side as a loyal and trusted knight. Oh, since when did you get all gallant? Last I checked, it was you who was always took off at the first sight of getting caught whenever we were doing something we weren't supposed to. He promptly slaps my shoulder. Since you lost fuck all reason to have been doing nothing but nearly getting us killed, you idiot. Somebody needs to be the brains in this outfit. And apparently it's not going to be Mr. Hotshot Programmer over here. Hey, He has a point, to be honest. My head is a little all over the place. And another thing, Genzo whirls back around, this time with a finger pointed right at my face. Any more of that noble sacrifice shit out of you, and I'll off you myself. Are you really that anxious to throw your life away? Think a little more highly of yourself, would ya? I stand there in silence. I don't know what to say. Genzo huffs and crosses his arms around his chest, clearly peeved. Finally, sorry. I bring my hand to my curls and scratch my scalp. I turn my gaze towards the ground. Guess I wasn't really, thinking. Genzo's face softens, hardens, and softens again. Yeah. Just don't do it again, yeah? You're, important to a lot of people. He lets his arms fall off. He lets his arms fall, then crosses them again. Anyway, now what? We're no closer to finding anyone than we were before becoming Wonderland's most wanted. I run a hand through the damp ringlets of my hair and peer out across the landscape. Before I can finish, a flash of movement catches my eye. I turn my attention to the far bank. The river twists and turns to form what looks like a small beach. A dock has been erected in the sand. A boat is slowly gliding its way over to the opposite direction. Genzo follows my gaze. His eyes narrow. That's freakishly fortuitous. He's not wrong. But at the same time, no, I remember this. The sight of the miniature riverboat is enough to bring fuzzy, shifting images bubbling to the surface of my brain. Yeah, and I remember when I used to have wet dreams every night during my teenage years, but you don't see me anxious to return to that, do you? I ignore him, instead taking a step forward and towards the dock. Iggy? And then I'm off, jogging towards the boat and the river beyond. Fuck. Genzo clutches at his hat and starts after me. Can't you listen to your logically sound knight for a change? I get to the wooden steps of the dock just as the boat comes to a halt on the other end of the pier. Jesus. Genzo hops behind me as he runs to catch up. To the left of the dock is a cheery red and white sign that words Kitty Cruise on it. Past it, I see the river fork, the right channel leading back along the direction we just come, and the left leading deeper into the unknown. I point towards the boat like some sort of overwrought tour guide. We can take this. Better than walking, that's for sure. Iggs, are you even listening to the words coming out of your mouth? And what does the logically sound knight suggest? Going back for a picnic with a giant man-eating eyeball? I jerk it down the direction we came from. That's... Genzo glances from me to the boat, then back to me. Come on, it'll be fine. Do you remember writing this thing? You used to love it. I urge as I start the steps. Genzo follows, but none too happily. I just have a weird feeling is all. Almost like... Except that sentence is cut off as he runs straight into my back with a pillowy oomph. A jovial, high-pitched voice has stopped me in my tracks. We both just stand there for a moment, glancing at each other. Come and ride the Kitty Cruise and sail the waves for days. Adventure like you've never had at the end of your malaise. Someone singing? Hey, it's a flower again! I step towards the railing, leaning over to peek at the ground below. It's a flower. Brilliant white petals adorn its oversized head, and its glossy green leaves shimmy with dance-like movements. Yuzu steps out to the railing next to me, blinking curiously. That's different. The flower twists the top of its roots, as though looking up at us. Cap of orange, scant of height. The pallid yearning you cloak in trite are more glaring than your loss of sight. I raise a brow. What's that supposed to mean? Means this cheeky flower was gonna get its roots frayed, that's what. Genzo starts climbing up and over the railing. The flower brings its leaves to chalky yellow gynosium, as though slapping its hands and cheeks in fright. It recoils at Genzo's approach. The gentle flower locked in its earthen cage warrants not the fruits of your misplaced rage. Genzo snorts. I can't help but laugh. It's just a flower again. No need to get so worked up. Says the one getting ridiculed by it. Says the one not getting ridiculed by it. Just ignore it, come on. Genzo huffs the calms. He readjusts his caps on his head with a cavalier twist. Nods once at a flower and steps back towards the stairs. The flower waggles its leaves, this time turning its attention to me. Afraid to reach out, afraid to try. But if fear rules your life will pass you by. I stop, blink, stare down at the flower. The words strike something in me, and my fingers curl tight around the wood of the railing. Fear, huh? I chew on the inside of my cheek. What do you want, Iggy? A sudden sensation on my back makes me jump, snapping me out of my reverie. I flip my head back to see Genzo, eyeing me in concern. Hey, you okay there? Got out quiet all of a sudden. I just stare at him for a moment. My chest feels funny, tight and floaty at the same time. Like I'm standing on top of a tall cliff and wondering if I should jump. I finally turn away, running a hand across my clammy forehead. I'm fine. Just a flower, ain't it? Isn't that what you told me? Ballsy things just spouting nonsense anyway. Yeah, you're right. I can see cheapishly. Guess I should be too. I would be too if I had to stay in one spot all day. I finish with a laugh. You got that right. I'd be going out of my mind. Come on, let's get in the boat. Close anchor to the dog almost as it's waiting for us. The bob's turn. See, it looks fine. This brings his hand up to his chin, chewing on his finger. I can hear him mumbling beneath his breath. He starts pacing back and forth between the boat's bow and stern, almost as though inspecting it for faults. Does it have your seal of approval? I guess it looks fine. I don't know, Eggs. I just got this really weird feeling about it. We'll just be extra alert, I say before promptly stepping forward and into the boat. Genzo starts and half reaches out as though wanting to help, then just quickly pulls back. He waits for me to sit down on one of the wooden benches before clambering in after me. For a moment, I worry that it might sink under my weight, but we're quite a bit larger than we used to be last time I rode. But it ultimately holds true. Is this something we need to do to get started? I don't remember. Classic. Fortunately, we're not left in the dark for too long. Only a few seconds later, the water wheel is in the back slowly chugs to life. Huh. The river's calm, smooth, and the boat cuts through the water like butter, slowly but steadily. Once it reaches the fork of the river, it turns on left automatically, taking us further away from our cottage, the rabbit guards, and that hellish ocular creature. I keep throwing furtive glances from one side of the boat to the other. Try to relax a little bit, yeah? You look like you're about to have an aneurysm. For once, he doesn't say anything, instead just grunting and shuffling his feet. I scratched my bare arm. My still damp clothes cling to my skin, cold and heavy. Whenever a breeze rolls in, I feel myself shiver. We round the bend, near drifting dreamily past colorful scenery. Knolls of gold and green slope upwards and away from the riverbank, and red and purple trees stretch upwards towards the orange sky. Decorating the ground are flowers of all shapes and sizes, cut tails and tufts of white cottonweed, all of this seemingly untouched with no signs of life to disturb it. Across from me, Genzo looks like he's finally starting to relax. He's no longer shifting back and forth. His face looks more tired and strained. He slides his hat off, scratches his damp curls, and tugs it back over his head. It's not often I see Genzo so uncomfortable. To this day, I'm not sure if he doesn't get rattled easily or he's just good at hiding it. I turn my attention back to the wheel of the helm. It's creaking gently back and forth, keeping us centered in the middle of the waterway and continuing our journey upriver. It's calming. A gentle lull. The sound of the lapping water, I let my eyes flutter closed, taking advantage of the moment to release all the built-up tension in my shoulders. The current is likely to put me to sleep before long. When I reopen my eyes, I see Genzo staring at me. I sit up just a little straighter and suddenly self-conscious. What? He looks away, guilty almost, as though he'd been caught doing something he wasn't supposed to do. Just didn't want to forget what you look like. I bite the inside of my lip. Oh? I say simply, I see. As for me though, I'll gladly forget. I'm ugly as fuck. I mean, wow, I kinda wish I never found that out. You're not ugly, don't? You're not ugly. You're not ugly, I quickly retort. Too quickly almost. To the point where I immediately regret it and drop my gaze. Genzo doesn't respond. He sits up, hands clasping and unclasping. He seems to be looking anywhere but at me. After a few moments of silence, he stands up with a grunt, wandering over to the railing. He gazes off into the trees. Damn though, this whole thing is sure bringing back a fuck ton of memories. He turns back, half sitting on the railing, and reaches for his pocket, pulling out his carton of cigarettes. But it must take him a moment to find a dry one, because he studies it for a moment, then brings one to his lips. One flick, two flicks, with three flicks of the lighter, the flame bursts to life. As soon he's pulling away, eyes staring vacantly at the side of the boat. There's something about that image. Him leaning against the railing like that, smoke marbling above his head. Why is it so familiar? I close my eyes for a moment. And when I open them, it's darker and colder, and Genzo's looking about 12 years younger. He's dressed pretty sharp. Sleeves of his sport coat rolled up to his elbows, tie undone, hanging around his neck. He has his hair gelled up the way he always used to wear it after prom. That's when it had been. Oh! Well, he looks way young. He looks way different. He's half sitting against one of the bike racks just outside the cafeteria. Night sky bright with the moon as he sneaks a smoke. I can see him in the window inside, just sitting there out there by himself. I push the glass door open with my elbow and step out to join him. Thought you got lost or something. It's chilly without a coat, but somehow refreshing compared to the buildup of teen sweat permeating the gym. Hmm? He glanced over at the sound of my voice, grins. Me? I'm never lost. Just taking a different road than anyone else. You should have seen Hunar at bingo. Lucky fucker won an iPod shuffle. Ginzo stretches his arms over his head. I'm holding out my luck for a raffle. Daddy's gonna win himself a Dell. Confident, are we? I laugh and take a seat next to him. He holds out his water bottle with a little, No thanks. I'm not getting expelled with only a few months left. Pshaw. He shakes his head and takes a sip. Now that I'm close, the smell is much stronger. The bottle had been full when he brought it in. Now there's only about a third left. You'd never get expelled. Everybody loves you. He throws an arm over my shoulder, then brings the cigarette back to his lips. Me though, they'd jizz their pants to kick me out on my ass. A grin. Let the fuckers try, I say. He shakes his fist at some unknown entity in the sky. When he slumps back down, his body is heavy against mine. Aww. My boys. He sits there, unmoving. I can see him gumming the end of his cigarette. There's a hiccup. He brings an arm to wipe it at his nose. Maybe you really should put the bottle away for a while. I wince. Somebody's definitely gonna notice. You know, I'm really gonna miss you. Mr. College Boy over here off to bigger and better places, getting your fancy schmancy degree. It's only an hour away. It's not like I'm leaving the planet. I try to laugh. Besides, I'll be back. A pause. You decided what you're doing yet? He waggles his cigarette between his teeth, smiles, pretends to look around, waving his hand towards our surroundings. Maybe I'll go into bikes. Bikes? Yeah, you know, everybody loves bikes, so by association, everyone will love me. I'll be the most popular gent in town. By the time you come back, you'll need an appointment just to talk to me. A bird hoots softly from up against the branches overhead. Yeah, get my own little shop. That'd be nice. Now he's rubbing his pant leg. Again and again. As though trying to rub right through the fabric. He opens his mouth, closes it. When he pulls the cigarette away and let out a plume of smoke, I can see his fingers shaking. He finally says, Can I, tell you something? I raise a brow. Of course! And you can always tell me anything. His mouth twitches. He's really shaking now. I can even feel it against my shoulder. Again, what's wrong? You're acting super weird. But at that moment, the door pops open. And Gidget comes running out, her blonde hair dancing behind her. Iggy! They're opening up the bouncy castle. Come on, you have to come on it with me. Her hand finds mine, then she's tugging me up off the bike rack. All I can do is laugh and okay. I throw a glance back again so it, even as I'm being dragged inside. Come on again. Bouncy castle. We pass by Orlem at the door, who's just watching us, shoulders hunched as he wrings his hands. I catch him throwing a look at Genzo before dashing after us and rat tail bouncing. Wait for me. I frown. But not in my memory. Back in the present, I hadn't thought about the after prom in I don't know how long. It'd been the last time the five of us had felt like a unit, our own little group. With honorary member Hooner, of course. After that, we'd all gone our separate ways for a while. College, community college, vocational school, in Genzo's case. But even after we'd all eventually returned, it had never been quite the same. Though strangely, we all had returned. Bucks and Hooner had, despite Hooner being accepted into a PhD program on the East Coast. Oh, wrong button. Deja had, despite Lambrook being the last place you look for a modeling gig. And even I had, despite a few semi-tempting offers from startups in California. Almost like no matter what, something has always been drawing us back here. I glance back up at Genzo, who is now wandering the length of the boat, checking out the helm. He looks so short next to the big wheel that I almost laugh. Don't steer us into any icebergs, I say with a grin and push myself to my feet. What do you think's controlling this thing? He muses, giving it a little flick with his hands. What do you think makes anything in this place do whatever it does? I gesture vaguely at our surroundings. Skittles. Definitely Skittles. I chuckle, hands in my pockets, as I let my gaze settle unfocused somewhere around the far trees. It's then that I see it. A sign. Oh, the words "Collector Territory Ahead" have been painted in heavy red strokes. My gaze jumps into the water, which I startled to take at a yellowish hue. I take a step backwards. My tongue feels like a dry sock against the roof of my mouth. What's wrong? You don't like Skittles? We approach the next curve, drifting slowly, peacefully. And something about the air makes my hair stand straight up. My fingers tingle with electricity. With a jolt, I grab Genzo's arm and drag him to the benches. Close your eyes. I push him down before he can protest. What? Genzo's brows shoot to the sky. I'm trying to press Genzo's palms against his eyes. Just do it. There's no time to explain. Close your eyes and don't open them until the boat stops. Promise me. Jesus, Eggs. First you act like I'm crazy and we're not trusting this thing, and now you go ballistic? Pick one and stick with it already. Just promise me, okay? Genzo waves his arm in disbelief, but closes his eyes all the same. Alright, I promise. Jesus. I watched him for a second, making him absolutely sure that he had them closed for good. Then follows suit, folding forward to cover my eyes with my palms. And wait. Sitting there, elbows digging into my knees, toes curled in my soggy sneakers, sweat gathering in the crook of my neck. I can hear the water lapping against the sides of the boat. I can feel the rhythm of the water wheel against my backside, a gentle swell pushing us forwards. Calm. Quiet. I turn the inside of my cheek, fingers sticky and forehead damp. Waiting. I'm almost past the curve now. A tickle of embarrassment starts to play in the back of my neck. What's wrong with me? Genzo's right. At first, not paying attention to anything that he's saying. I'm suddenly freaking out and making him play along. He must think I'm a complete idiot. Oh, God. Okay, same dialogue. So I'm like, he probably only talks to me. Pitiful. And now I do something like this? I should just look already. There's nothing there. At least then I can get past the embarrassment over with. My cheeks, my neck, my back, I feel so hot with shame. He can never like me. My breath comes out shaky and feverish, leaving moisture on my wrists. I'm a disgrace. Just look already, you idiot. No. I've done this before. I've definitely done this before. I'm not going to let it happen again. I press my hands to my eyes hard enough to make them pound. And that isn't the pain. The heat leaves. My chest unclenches. Coolness washes over my body like the breath of fresh air. What the fuck? I wipe my damn forehead but keep my eyes clamped shut. That was weird. I've never had thoughts like that before. I mean, sure, my self-esteem has never been the greatest, but nothing like that. It's this boat. It has to be. I rock my heels back and forth and lick my lips. There's still only the sound of the water past the boat. The gentle rocking motion. Something brushes past my neck. The fuck? I sit up straight as a rod. What the fuck was that? There's something out there. Something here is in the boat with us. Shit. Another brush. This time against my side. I can feel my claws in my shirt flutter against my skin. That sound. I can hear it. Its breath. It crackles and pops mere inches from my ear. Almost like it's opening its mouth, opening its jaws, preparing to eat me whole. No. Now it's playing with my hair. I can feel it shifting through my curls, dancing across the surface of my scalp. It writhes and squirms almost like a nest of snakes. And lower, across my chin. Lower, sneaking underneath my collar of my shirt and brushing against the clavicle. Shit. I have to look. No, you can't look, Iggy. No, do not fucking look. It's the only way to stop this. I brace myself, laying my hands slowly forward from my eyes. Then groan and jerk myself away with its renewed burst of concentration. The feeling disappears. No more strange caresses on my skin. No more brushes against my clothes. Fuck. Well, that was close. Get a hold of yourself, Iggy. Don't you see what it's doing? I bite down on my lip so hard I can taste blood in my mouth. Ugh, ow! My body feels heavy and cold, like someone's draped a heavy blanket over my shoulders. And my breath comes out ragged, as though I've just run a marathon. Curl my arms around my midsection, rocking back and forth atop my seat. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, life is but a dream. I clench my eyes even tighter, trying to ward off the feeling of dread crawling up my skin. I can feel it in my arm, warm, throbbing heat that wants to burst out of my veins. Merrily, my head swims. Life is but a dream. Oh, open your eyes, Iggy, we made it. Genzo? Genzo's voice is soft and comforting. Despite himself, I feel my guard dropping. Come on, Iggy, let's go, just the two of us. But Genzo, we together forever, Iggs, right? That's not Genzo. That ain't Genzo, boy. We know for sure that Genzo don't talk like that. Only this time the voice sounds much younger. Fuck. Putting a hand on my forehead, pressing against my eyes. This isn't real. This isn't real. I shake my head and take deep breaths. Start my humming anew. Why did you abandon me? Don't you like me anymore, Eggs? It's your fucking fault. Your fault I fell down those stairs. And now you won't even come visit me? That's not true. I was all alone in that hospital, and then you won't even help when I finally came back to school? I had to go get fucking Orlin to help me with my stuff. I was busy. Busy or scared? That's when the screams start. Fuck. I clench my eyes even tighter. Scared that your best friend might wanna No. I bite down my tongue so hard I can taste blood fill my mouth. Make it stop. And you're too scared now. Always too scared to help me when I really need you. I can't breathe. My head is pounding. Every nerve across my body is sending a jolt of panic straight into my brain. Make it stop. Iggy! Look. I can't not look. Are you kidding me?
You look at it!
No. I refuse. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not looking. I am not looking. As painful as the screams sound, I am not looking. Is it just me, or is the dialogue options getting darker? I am not looking. Alright, fine, we'll look. Oh god. Let's just go middle route. I can't take it anymore. With a choked sob, I began to crack my eyes open. Only for a sudden sensation to snap the spell. My muscles jumped, nearly sending me straight off my perch. Somebody's grabbed my wrist. I panicked for a moment until I realized it's Genzo. The real Genzo. Not the one in my head. Upon this realization, I slammed my eyes shut just as a glimmer of light begins peeking through my lashes. Fuck. His grip is so tight, it's cutting off my circulation in my hand, but I don't care. Instead, I focus on it, feeling that feeling of warmth, my safety net, keeping me grounded into reality. In the next moment, the boat hits something and comes to a sharp stop, nearly sending me to the floor. I sit there, listening. Are we there? It's quiet save for the gentle lapping of the water beneath the boat. And we're definitely not moving anymore. I chance it. Bright. That's the first thing I noticed. I had my eyes closed so long that the orange daylight now seemed exceptionally brilliant. I blinked against the glare, tears streaking down my cheeks. I attempt to survey my surroundings. We're at another dock, bobbing lazily in the river. My head shoots immediately to the side, looking for Genzo, needing to see him. He's still hunkered down in the sea across from me, his eyes closed and features contorted. His fingers are still wrapped around my wrist, so tight that his knuckles have gone white. Genzo, I say softly at first, then louder as when he doesn't respond. Genzo! Still nothing. I reach down and pry my fingers away. This finally does the trick. His eyes pop open in surprise and confusion. I see beads of perspiration dappling his cheeks and forehead. He takes a moment to look around before finally honing in on me. Oh, are we here? It seems like it. The boat stopped at least. I nod in the direction of the dock. Guess that means we should get off. Yeah, right, sure. You okay? Oh yeah, sure. He pulls his collar and rises to his feet. I guess I just got a little, seasick there. We disembarked the boat in silence. Alright, I think I'm going to leave this video here. I've been recording for literally an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye. You say you wanna try, but you never